terrified every single day. I might pick that, but at the time I was pretty tense. And frankly, I really had a blast with this bike. I really enjoyed it. But I like them all. I had a blast doing Buzz Aldrin, man. That was incredible. Although I was most of the time shaking, I found out that I had a fear. I didn't usually in my life. I'm rambling.
Oh, rambling.
Okay, but anyway, I usually, up until I shot the Apollo 11 project, I thought that my biggest problem was that I don't have enough fear. Like there are situations in life when fear is a good thing, and it tells you get the heck out of here. But in many situations, I have not felt fear when I should have, and I've gotten into a lot of trouble. And so I really kind of thought, I don't really have those phobias, you know. But I had one. It's called smothering, and they put on this bubble helmet that came so close to your face. And they were great. They tried to make it as easy as possible, but in many situations, you couldn't have any air in that helmet. And so after, about 10 seconds, your skin starts to prickle and you start to feel a little fuzzy, but you're having to go, jump around on the move. And I would get back in my trailer, but I started shaking and crying. Like, I didn't understand that fear, and I had nightmares and stuff, and I just absolutely wasn't prepared for that at all. But again, it was a fabulous experience. I had one of the best experiences of my life, as the director was just fabulous. So it's a weird film. Very strange, masochistic kind of fun, I guess. What's up?
Last time I forgot my question. Performing intimate scenes on stage or in front of a camera, which do you find most comfortable? Performing it in front of a few hundred strangers, or in front of people you know, but they're right up close to you? What aspects do you like and prefer, one or the other?
Yeah.
That's about the gist.
In general, acting on stage is just a lot more fun. Because in film, you're really only acting for about 30 seconds to 2 minutes at a time. And then it's cut, and you have to wait for a half an hour to even start acting again. The other wonderful thing about stage is that the script is just, you know how you go to a dinner party and you want this conversation starter? So you put something interesting on the table, or you have some story to break the ice? I look at a script for a play, it's just the icebreaker for a conversation that's going to start between me and the audience. But the script is just to get it going. And so that the art happens on stage, in the air between the audience and the actor, tied in for the whole season. I could go and get it to work. And I was having just a few lines an episode, paid very low, and I was thinking, I think they probably decided not to go in my direction. And then I got Dragon Ball and told them I'd be leaving, and they got really watchful. Like I was spoiling some kind of plan. They got mad that I left, but that's what they get. But I have to say that was a really great experience. That was a tight crew, man. They could like half the football field in 20 minutes. Just outrageously good. The actors were fabulous, right? I mean, everything was great. But I think that if I hadn't done Dragon Ball, I might be on that show right now. And as far as Smallville, maybe, I think they're going to do one more season, at least. And I haven't been asked to come back yet, but that doesn't really mean anything. They have a lot of new writers over there, I think. Yeah.
Anime and manga.
I didn't really have to do a lot of preparation for Piccolo because I had a son in the age range. So I've seen every episode of Dragon Ball. Some of them many more times than once. And frankly, I've enjoyed them. I think thematically Dragon Ball is really right on the money because it has a hero who is totally non-violent. If he has his choice, he's just going to play with his family, with his kids and his wife. He reminds me of stunt people in Hollywood. The most deadly people in Hollywood, these guys have 3 or 4 black belts, and you won't find a more peaceful, goofy person than a stunt guy. And so Goku is a great role model because it says that being a man means you are humble, that you are meek, that you are peaceful, that you are loving and supportive. But if the devil comes to town, you'll go off. But it has nothing to do with weakness. Being peaceful and humble has nothing to do with being weak. And I think that is a really important lesson for young boys in our overly militarized culture to have. And in that way, the hyper-violence of Dragon Ball, I think, has to be there. I think that it would really take away from the theme to soften that. So I absolutely go violence, in the right context. And as we've had, my son and I have had many wonderful conversations based on Dragon Ball. Because there's also characters who think they're all that. It's the Vegeta guy. It's beautiful because Vegeta is the prince, right? But he's short. And Goku's not the prince, he's just this foot soldier, but he's taller. So you have this guy, it's just hilarious, And you can tell that Vegeta is weaker than Goku, if only because of his ego. My first kiss with Sarah, I was trying to act, and apparently with kissing, you don't act at all, or else you don't go. I think it was like 15 takes that kiss.
Oh my God.
The first one. The thing is that, it's not particularly sexy to do sex scenes or kissing on film. It really is not a big turn on for either person. Because you got, big crew guy, stomach out, pick up your wire and plug it in, and, then you take your shirt off. I can't really say that I got into it with either of them. And the thing is that I was kind of thought of Sarah as my kid sister. That's how I kind of thought of her. Someone that I loved dearly, but occasionally drove me crazy. And so when we were paired, and I kind of put her in that box early on for years, and so when I was told that we were going to be paired together, it was problematic for me. I was like, I'm kissing my sister here. Buffy Summers. How am I gonna fall in love with this person for real, And I remember I was sitting on the set when she was selling burgers and she had that chicken hat on. And I'm just sitting in the counter and I'm looking at her. It's in between scenes and she's playing the scene and Buffy, right? She just got dug out of hell. And her whole life is horrible. She's having to take care of this new kid sister she has. Everything's getting flushed down the toilet. She's working in a burger shop after saving the world, and she's not complaining. And she's chipper, and she's making the best out of it, and that's when I fell in love. I thought, that is an amazing person. So I fell in love with Buffy rather than Sarah. Right? And so I started kind of laughing. And Sarah goes, what? And she goes, it's the hat, isn't it? And I was just kind of going, yeah. And she just got mad because she really thought I was being